One of my greatest childhood memories ever was tying spinners with my grandfather in his basement while watching basketball together. Back when I was young, when I would have extended breaks from school, my parents would take me to his house, and I'd spend the weekend, or however long that break was, with him at night tying spinners for fishing while watching some NBA basketball together. And it's just amazing to me, that memory, because not only did we spend the time together tying the spinners, but we also spent the time together fishing using the lures that we tied together. So today I am going to demonstrate how to tie a fishing spinner. And so first of all, I want to talk about the supplies needed for tying a spinner. So first off, you have some line. It's kind of hard to see, obviously. Real thin. This is 8-pound test line, mono filament line, which I believe is to be the best for using. And then the next thing is going to be some beads. I put them in a little container so they don't roll around all over the table on me. They're little, chose pink beads for this one. Kind of small, hard to see, but the next is going to be 2 hooks. You usually want smaller hooks we use them for catching walleye, so smaller hooks. A clevis. The clevis holds the blade on the spinner, and I chose a shiny orange spinner for this demonstration. And then also later on I will explain this, but this is a bottom bouncer. This is a weight that helps get the lure down to the bottom where you're fishing at. So the first step is going to be taking your line. I usually go anywhere from 1 foot to 2 feet of line. You can go as long as you want, you can go as short as you want. They call that the Schnell, and it just depends how far you want your hooks and bait to sit up off the bottom of the water, or bottom of the lake. So first off, you're going to take your line and 1 hook. You're going to come in from the back of the hook and run it down the straight part of the hook until you have a little tail coming off the curve of the hook. Oh, came up. Through the back, a little bit of tail hanging off after it. So then you take the line, your loose end, your working end, that's what we call it, and you wrap it around the hook about 6 to 7 times, keeping it tight all the way up. You kind of push it to the top, make sure it's tight. You want to hold that in place with your hands. I know it's kind of hard to see because it's a little hook. You take the working end and you put it through. So we came through the back on the first time, we're going to put it through the front this time. You're just going to hold this line's sort of small, hard to grab. Pull it tight and the knot will cinch down on itself. So there, we have 1 knot done. Now we're moving on to the second hook. It's going to be the same thing. We're just going to go through the back. This one's through the front. Sorry about that. You run it all the way down. That is not right. You're going to wrap it around 6 to 7 times again to get that efficient knot. You're going to bring it back and you're going to take it through the back this time. Back of the hook, the eyelet. Pull it tight, cinch it down. There we go. Stuck in my hand. Now we have 2 hooks. And you can tie the hooks, like these are kind of farther apart. You can put them super close together, you can put them farther apart. It's all up to you what you want to do. So next we're going to take the beads. I usually run 5 beads. You can put any color you want. I will get into that here in a second. And there's even floaters that you can put on them. And I mean, there's numerous things that you can do to these to customize them for your own. The beads will fall all the way down to the first hook. And then you take your clevis and you put your blade on the clevis. Like so. Alright, see? But then you're going to go from the concave or the incave part of the blade, and you're just going to string that through. And it's going to sit like that over the beads. And then to finish this off, you have to tie a knot. So you're going to make a little loop, however big you want it, and then you push the loop together, wrap it around. It's easiest to do it on your finger here. So you have it like this, and you put the loop through the circle, pull it tight, and that makes your knot. It gives you a loop. And this is where the bottom bouncer comes into fact. You have a bottom bouncer and it's got a little hook here. It's called a quick attach, quick detach, and you're going to want to put it on there and fasten that shut. There's a little clip that it sits in there. So there. And we have our bottom bouncer and our spinner here. So this bottom bouncer gets tied onto your line that comes straight from the rod, and the bottom bouncer hits the bottom while this spinner floats up in the air, and this spins, giving off a flash of light that attracts the fish, the prey, and they think it's a bait, injured bait, whatever. You can put a worm, you can put leeches, you can put minnows on them. I've done it all, and it just spins along, and you go, it's called trolling, and you go anywhere from a mile an hour to 3 miles an hour trolling. So that's how you make a spinner, and that's how you use it.